Yes, gentlemen, welcome to Escaping the System question and answer section with Miles Lawson.
Question. It's about this. So generally, I hear a lot of men whom say like that their wives were like, should I use the word, their pillars or their backbones. Like you know that saying that goes like every behind every successful man there is a woman. So I would like you to justify that statement. What do you think? Is it true or is it false?
Well, first of all, people who made that statement do not make that statement as a result of, you know, a woman being something, right? They just sugarcoat a lot of it in order to make women feel good and all of this stuff. But it is true that some women have been the pillars of some men, right? But ideally, it is men who are supposed to be the pillars of women, not women trying to drag a man into becoming something or somebody, or rather the man, dragging himself into becoming something and somebody. But it is true, I agree with the saying that some women have been the pillars of some men in the sense that when the man was down, broke, the woman maybe stood beside him in all of those difficult and tough moments, which is a fantastic thing for a woman to do. But saying that the woman was the one who brought him into limelight is just something very laughable. Because I feel it's man ultimately who has to like drag himself into that position of getting things done, having the connection and becoming monumentally wealthy and having all of these things for himself. Because if you look at it, you as a man, would you want to actually claim or say to your peers or say, when I say this, a lot of people will say, bro, you have ego, you have pride, you have love. No. Would you actually say that it was my wife, bro? My wife got me out of this. My wife got me out of this mess, bro. Your wife got you out of this mess. You're a disgrace. You're a terrible person, by the way. I shouldn't have to like do business with you because you're a white guy, right? So when you are in a challenging situation, you should know how to get yourself out of that mess. Or besides, you can meet your fellow brothers or your fellow men who can get you out of that mess or that ugly situation. So I do not believe that behind every successful man there's a woman. I believe behind every successful man is a man who has failed multiple times, had sleepless nights, almost got at the point where he had to quit, but he didn't. All of these things are psychological battles that he had to face in order to be in the position where he got to.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
So you're trying to say that behind every successful man is a man with a will,
That's correct.
a man with a purpose.
That's correct.
But then sometimes it doesn't maybe ideally mean that the woman was the one who made the man. It could also mean that okay, the woman was like, I had these ideas, but I couldn't take the step. She came, and or maybe he didn't even have the resources. Like resources, I don't mean like maybe financially. Maybe he didn't have the guts to do something like that. But she was the one that pushed me. She pushed me to this, and she so like what would you say about such a man?
You know, I think for a woman to actually like push you into doing something shows the kind of man that you are. You know, it's just as if you're a child and your mom is trying to like force you. You have to eat. You have to eat. If you're a child, it's allowed that your mom can do that to you, right? But when you're a grown ass man and you don't want to eat, nobody gives a shit if you eat or not. Your food is going to be there and it's going to be cold, right? So, for a woman to actually push a man shows how immature he is. You shouldn't have got married in the first place because he's a baby. He can't accept responsibility to do the things that he's supposed to do. So he's not qualified to call himself as a man because he was pushed on by his wife. As a man, you're supposed to be self-sufficient. You're supposed to know and have responsibility of the things that you're supposed to do and be diligent into doing them. So I would not agree and say that the wife has to like push you, encourage you, motivate you. All those things are dumb things. All those things are system propaganda in order to lure women into thinking that they can, help men achieve some things, which is not true. Men have to achieve things on their own without needing the help of any woman to do it.
Personally, I would like to know what you think about this. So, the question is, can you reject a good woman just because she has three children with different fathers? Like, you understand, she's complete, everything you want. But then there's this tiny little thing about her. And then that stuff is the fact that she comes with these responsibilities with three children. It's like that's a whole lot of baggage, we know. But then you find out that these three kids are actually from different men. So let's say that kind of woman comes into your life. Would you accept? Can you live with that?
The question is very funny because you said that a good woman, you know, having three children with three different persons. For a woman to achieve such feat, it means she's not good. And I'll tell you the reason why I say she's not good. She's not good in the sense that if she has a child with just one man and maybe they're no longer together, that would have been maybe a different thing altogether. But she has a child with three different men. So how good can she be? How good can she be that she cannot secure one man out of those three men in order to wife her? So how good can she be? So that means she has a problem. Either she has a big mouth, because I believe this thing that there is no such thing as a deadbeat dad, right? So women complain and say, if not for this deadbeat that impregnated me and ran away, blah blah blah, and all of this garbage that women spill out of their mouth. So I will argue that there's no such thing as a deadbeat. What we have rather is women who can shut the fuck up and obey and do as they are told. I tell you the truth. If women listen to their man, listen to the instruction, obey everything he says, respect him, they will be married ASAP, ASAP. It's so easy for you to please a man. Very, very easy. Just do as you're told. Right? Do the things he tells you to do. Respect him. Obey him. Honor him. Care for him and all of these things. It's simple to get married as a woman. Right? So for this chick to come up and say she has three different baby daddies, and she's a good woman, it's just bullshit. It's something that is laughable. So I believe any sensible man watching this right now won't want to commit with such woman because she's a disaster. She's a time bomb waiting to explode. You go carry that kind of woman put for your house, when you go here and check out, boom. There will be chaos, there will be disaster, there will be problem. Because the three little gremlin from three different fathers, you can't really, get any hold of them. Because they are bundles of characteristics that are not yours. So why would you want to get yourself involved in such mess in the first place? So ideally, for a man to see that is a walking red flag, in my opinion. And I believe every sensible man will agree with me. Right? So to see such a woman like that with three, she shouldn't even be walking on the street. She should be somewhere in quarantine. They should quarantine her somewhere so that she doesn't have a fourth baby daddy on the way. Right? So that's my honest opinion on that matter.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Right.
Thank you. Okay. Our final questions for the day. So we have one last question, and it's a simple one. It's something that I would say is normal. We all see it. In fact, we were all part of it, and it's about the current educational system, like the school we go to, the classes, JSS 1 to JSS 3, basic education, high school. That whole program, NYSC. You graduate, you have to go to the NYSC. You understand what I'm saying? So this is also like, in your opinion, what do you think of the current educational system and how it has influenced young people in their career choices and in life making choices in general? Like, what do you think of it?
Well, that's a very beautiful question. I've been saying this for years, and I've been saying that a lot of people have been deceived into believing that, you know, the current educational system is going to get you what you want. It's going to get you your desired result. But that's a big deception. It's not going to get you shit. I guarantee you. You watching this video now. Maybe you might be in your final year. I don't give a shit. You might be wanting to write jam. I can't care more. Right? So once you get into that place, just understand one thing. Understand that you're going there to waste your time. You're going there to waste your resources. And you're also going there to waste your energy, your years, your youthful existence that you're supposed to be putting in learning something that is going to create real value for you. But you choose to be deceived by the system, to go into this institution and waste your time. What the current educational system has done is to deceive so many young people in promising them a future that is a lie, a future that is never going to come through. No matter how hard you want to believe in this promising future, it's not going to come through. It's a lie. You have been deceived and you need to wake up and realize this truth. Think about it. When you're born, you go into what they call it, the crèche, right? Just after your mama finished breastfeeding you and they see that you're free to get, you go into this bunch of crèche, they entrust you into some people that you do not know and they cater for you and you stay there all through the day, maybe towards afternoon time, and you come back home and you carry that mobility all the way towards primary, secondary, nursery, your university days. All of this agenda and the quest of it is to ultimately make you an employee. You're not going to have your dream life on your own. You're going to have to work under somebody. You're going to become a perpetual slave who they're going to retire by the time you get to 60. So God forbid that you do not have a job. You're going to run helter-skelter trying to find any means to survive. You're going to be earnestly looking for a job. But meanwhile, God has deposited so much inside of you that you could create one, that you could do something. Because the Bible said that your gift is going to make room for you in the world. In the world, that your gift is what is going to make people know your name. That your gift is what is going to make people say your name. That is what is going to make people come to you to get the wisdom from your lips, to get the wisdom from the things that you can do. And ultimately, there's a Latin word for education. It means induce. And what it means is to draw from within. So for you to be an educated person means that you can channel what is inside of you out to the world. That's when somebody can actually say that this person is educated. And Napoleon Hill quietly defined education so brilliantly. He said in his words that education is when you can get whatsoever you want without infringing the right of others. But meanwhile, can I ask you this, scholar? Can you get what you want without infringing the right of other people? With all these your 5 years of school that you've gone through, with all these dumb experiences you have had, can you get actually what you want? The clear answer is no. If you're saying yes, you're lying to yourself. So you think about this whole slog-fest, boring lectures that you have. You've learned nothing. Ultimately, you go to school to learn how to make money because the career choices you make is to make money as a result, as in return of what you're learning, right? So in order for you not to make money with it, means you've learned nothing. And here's the annoying thing. You said something about NYSC. The annoying thing about this NYSC is that people don't think. NYSC was created around 1973, right? So after the war ended, Yakubu Gowon had to create his stuff and say, hey people, People need to, like, from the north they come to the west, from the west they go to the north, from the south, we mix all of these things. But you southerners, I'm from the south, so you southerners, you can agree with me that you've never seen a northern person wearing this dumb NYSC uniform before in your southern schools teaching anybody. Have you seen it before? The answer is no. But it's you that will go there and go and die in bus and bandit to carry. It's you, people that will be going there. That's a scam. NYC is a scam. JAMB is a scam. School is a scam. You're not going to agree with me. It's fine. It's fine. Until you get to, like, see this light and have education for yourself. Practice to be educated by yourself. That's when you can actually understand the value of it. So I do not understand why you people will go to an institution for 5 years, and after the 5 years course or a 4 years course, some of you have extra year, 6 years, 7 years, whatever. You come out and you're expected to do a 1 year compulsory NYSC course to make you eligible to get a job. So what was the period of your 5 years for? Were you an apprentice then? So all those period of your 5 years doesn't qualify you, doesn't make you eligible. Think of it. Oh, but you're going to do NYSC. But you're going to do NYSC. Everybody's doing NYSC. No, everybody's not just thinking enough. Oh, but the 77K, I need use the 77K. Go use and guide if at all. Save the 77K. The 77K go use. What are you doing? You're becoming a slave to the system. And this is what I've been saying for years, that you need to escape the system. You need to escape the system by thinking your way out of it. You go to NYSC, you stand in a line and like a prisoner of war that they've captured with your khaki white hat and rubbish uniform. You march under the heat of the sun as if you're preparing for war. No, you're not serving the fatherland. The fatherland is supposed to serve you because you were born on this fatherland, and the fatherland is supposed to serve you, not you serving the fatherland, because you're going to drive on the fatherland. You're going to build on this fatherland. You're going to own things on the fatherland, not the fatherland owning you. Do you understand? So all of these dumb things that you NYC folks do, you school scholars do, it's not actually going to yield you anywhere. The educational system has deceived you. You have to think and come out of this deception. The system has deceived you, has packaged this whole educational stuff, presented it to you as a charming, shiny little object. But your babyish attitude cannot see that this stuff is actually very deceptive and has ruined so many people, wasted so many people's time. And still, more and more people are picking JAMB form. More and more people are writing all of this bullshit examination in order to get into school and waste their time, waste their energy, and waste their resources out of this system, and not be a victim of this educational garbage. Is to have purpose for your life. Is to find something that God has deposited inside of you and channel it, show it to the world, and go all in without caring what anybody says.
Thank you so much.
Escape the system.
Oh wow! That was really insightful, sir. Thank you so much. Well, we are still on the matter. So going on. So I also like to know, what do you think about female education?
Well, that's really a big one, because that in of itself, it's also a misconception that we believed and have come to accept as truth. That women are supposed to, like, go to school. Women, I posted something the other day and somebody said that, you also, we send your daughters and go to school so that and he went on to say something like, when other women, promising women of caliber are talking, so your daughter will not. Bruh. my daughters are just gonna be wives and mothers, nothing much, nothing special, right? This is the order that God has designed women to be. Now, women should be part of something. Women should be a part of a man's life, not a man being part of a woman's life. No, woman. And if you ask many women today, what's your fulfillment? What makes you to be fulfilled? Their ultimate answer would be, if they are being honest with themselves, is to get a man, get married, have children. Right? That's the ultimate. If you check it like this, if you go to churches or you go to any institution where a woman announces that she's pregnant, you will hear applause, cheers of joy, from other women. Because intrinsically they understand this thing and they know that this is where their value comes from. Okay. So sending them to school is, waste on investment. A lot of people might not agree with me, but it's the truth. It's a total waste on investment.
So
Because it's not going to yield any tangible return. Because the women who go to school, most of them, by and large, majority, end up becoming sluts. Because women at their tender age, they started having all these sexual urges and sexual fantasies. So if you send them to a place where their parents is not going to be watching them, where their guardian has no control over them, what do you think will happen? They are going to act on these sexual fantasies, and you're not going to blame the men, because we're going to take what we have, what we can get. Right? So if she offers this puss to me, I ain't going to say no that, hey, nah, I'll be deceiving myself. So if she offers it to me, I'll gladly take it. But if she's in the protection of her household, in the protection of her father, that's likely not going to happen, is it? Until a genuine man comes for her hand in marriage. Am I making sense? You understand what I'm saying here?
yes.
So you sending all of these men, and this is a fact. If you have a girlfriend and she's in the higher institution, university, you name it, whatever, understand as a man that that's not your girl anymore. You've lost her to the community. You've lost her to Orowaruku. She's not yours anymore. You've lost her to Unilag. You've lost her to Uniben. You've lost her to Afe Babalao or Afe Babalao. You've lost her to Uniport. Don't even hope in yours anymore. Because you might be thinking that, oh, I have a girlfriend. She's in year 2. She's studying law. That ain't your girlfriend, loser. Do you know how many dicks that she's going to suck? Lecturers, dean, course rep, senior colleague. You name them. Even the vice fucking chancellor of it. And then you say, oh, I have a girlfriend, I'm paying her fees. She's in final year now. You have a community girl, bro. Wake the fuck up. So any women you see in school, in institution, all of this stuff, you're completely wasting their time, bro. The honest one will tell you this. They'll tell you that, listen, I ain't going to school, to like have all of these degrees and stuff. I'm going there to have fun, experience life, and meet, these new people, get fucked. Essentially, that's why they're there. And the men are going to only take what they can get. Because these chicks are going to like present themselves to them. So you sending your child to, have this awareness, have this higher institutional knowledge, gain all of these things, is only going to cause you more harm than good. So sending females to school is a total waste and should be eradicated.
All right, sir. Noted. So that means you have the opinion that the place of the woman should be only in the kitchen.
It should be in the kitchen and it should also be in the bedroom. It should be around the household,
Okay.
Take care of this, take care of that, bam, 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 boom, boom, boom.
And that's it.
Yeah.
All right. So you mean the world will be a better place?
Of course, the world will be a better place if the women know their place. If the women are back in the kitchen. If the women are back doing the things that they love to do, not
the ones that society tries to force on them that they can do, trying to be this. And then at the end of the day, if you ask a woman, what can you do better than the man? Ideally, physically, you're useless. You can't do anything more physical than they can do. But you can be HR, you can be HR in the department, but shut the fuck up. 30 HR, sign paper, pass paper, yeah, and you expect a big paycheck at the end of the day. Is that one work?
But they are career women, actually.
Career women in
Successful career women, successful bankers, successful doctors.
Okay, the nation is in, the nation is in turmoil now. Why can't a woman save the nation?
Maybe because they haven't been given a chance.
Not because they haven't been given a chance. They have all the chances that is available now. But the military force, why are they not involving themselves there? Why are they not taking jobs as plumbers, electrician, carpenter, scaffolder, painter? It's only the one that they will sign paper. Okay, sir, this is the sir, the Gmail. Women do real work, right? We bust our asses. We know what we do, right? And the thing is that we don't even get recognized for what we do. So, but these women, just because they have a certificate, it annoys me, bro. It annoys me for me to even think that a female can have a certificate and brag that she has achieved something, that she's better than this other guy who hasn't gone to school or has any of these academic prowess. It's mind-bending for her to even... And I won't blame her, it's because society has given her that right, that freedom for her to do something like that. So, in my honest opinion, female education is a scam and should not continue. Because over the years, you've given these females over 30 years plus an opportunity to do something and they've come up with nothing. So why continue to invest in something that's not going to yield any tangible return? And the return that has been brought up is destructive, is degenerate. Women become slut overnight, having bundles of experience that you can never imagine. You will be man, you never even get those kind of experience for your life before. But she's had them in parties, in rag days, student week, with lecturers, hidden corner, on crop. And at the end of the day, one man is going to come and beg to this slut and say, will you marry me? Will you marry me? It's a shame, it's a disgrace. It's a slap on the face to the men. And I feel men should realize this and wake up. And know that our ancestors have been right all along to stop these females from going into the higher institution, because they know that female sexuality is a nuke and was going to explode, and it has exploded. And we're facing the consequences now of that explosion. You can't talk to any females anymore because they all have all of these fantastic ideas. They want to be something, they want to be somebody, They are bold, they dress anyhow. So you can't talk to me like that. Shut the fuck up. Go to the kitchen, make something. Be obedient. And if you talk to them on the matter of submission, because they went to school, they have all this awareness now, they can no longer submit. Because now I'm not HR of the department. I'm not this, I'm not that. CEO shit. Go to the fucking kitchen, make some eba. Make some egusi soup. Cook rice, chicken, turkey. That's where your beauty is. That's where your intelligence is. Embrace it. Stop trying to be awesome, trying to embody the male frequency. It doesn't look good on you like that. Stop trying to have all of this academic blah 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 bullshit. And some people say, because females do this stuff that you're scared of females and blah blah blah. You're afraid that you cannot control them because they are not smart. It's disgusting. It's like ew. Because you have all of these things, you don't listen, you're ew. you understand what I'm saying? But if she's obedient, she ain't got no degrees. She ain't got all of this academic qualification. She's beautiful. She's perfect. She's nice. Voila. We want her. We need her around. But the system has deceived everybody into believing that women has to be. This equality mantra is bullshit. It's demonic. Men have to see this and understand it and fight it so as to salvage their own authority back.
That's it for now. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, sir.
Appreciate it.